How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we are doing another spoiler review. So, just had my spoiler-free thoughts come out for the first 2 episodes of Loki, but today we are talking spoilers for episode 1. So, I think without further ado, I'm going to give a spoiler warning right now. We are talking spoilers for the first episode of Loki. This is the spoiler review. But I think without further ado, let's just kind of get into it. So we pick up right where we left off in Endgame. We literally see the footage from Endgame. We see Loki getting the Tesseract, heading out into Mongolia, and we get introduced to the TVA. I'm not even going to try to remember because I don't remember. But basically, we learn about the sacred timeline, the straight up timeline that is of us all. The MCU timeline is what we learn, and this was such interesting world building because this is the first time we're really talking about multiverse, confirming multiverse. I know it's mentioned in Spider-Man Far From Home, but then that's disputed as not really being true multiverse for the first time. So we learn about the multiverse, and I love that. I love the world building. We learn about the TVA. We learn about the timekeepers, I believe is what they're called. Don't quote me on that. I do not have my notes up. But I love that world building. I think it's written very well. We meet Morbius, who's played by Owen Wilson, who I think is absolutely fantastic in this role. I mean, he's just so good. I talked about this in my spoiler-free review. He is fantastic. And him and Tom Hiddleston have fantastic chemistry. This is kind of like a buddy cop type series, but also it's not just like comedy, it is also serious, and it's one of the things I really like to touch on here is the fact that this show, and especially in episode 1, it toes the line really well between comedy and emotion. And the number one thing that really jarred me was how Loki learns about his life. One of the big barriers that I was a little skeptical about was the fact that this is 2012 Loki from the first Avengers. He has not had the anti-hero into now kind of hero turn and arc that he had in the MCU when we originally saw him. So I was a little skeptical about that. I wasn't really sure what to expect. But the way that they went about it by showing the memories, showing his emotions, seeing his face, seeing really how all of that transpires, I really, really dug that because we got to see Tom Hiddleston have, some of his acting chops. I mean, he's a great actor. He really is good, and he shines in this episode. Like I said, we get a lot of background. We learn a lot about the TVA. We learn about Morbius. Learn about time. I mean, this is a really big time-bending type time traveling, time traveling story that I really, truly enjoy, and I love where they're going. We have our mysterious villain, a time variant that, time variant authority, TVA. Got it. But we have this mysterious hooded villain that they say is a Loki, which means that there's been a bunch of Loki variants that is just holding a bunch of mischief and is up to no good. Do we know what's happening? No, that has not been given to us yet. We are not sure what is going on. But I really like this, where we're jumping back and forth between time. It's really like an Inception. I know Zach Pope said that in his review. This is kind of like an Inception, where the concepts of time are different. They're bending and turning and twisting, and we're going back in time and forward in time and checking, seeing all of this stuff. I dig this show. I love the direction it's taking. I love where it's going. This first episode alone is just absolutely brilliantly done. Again, like I said, the writing, the world building is fantastic. We are opening up the MCU to things that we have never heard of, never seen on screen, on TV or film. Like Kevin Feige and all the people at Marvel said, Phase 4 is going to completely turn the MCU on its head. It's going to completely turn it over, and I am so excited to see where it goes. The person that wrote this also wrote Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and I love that this is the thing that's happening because we know that this is going to directly impact what happens in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. This is going to happen, and I'm so excited because the potential for crossover is just incredible. I mean, everything that's going to happen with Spider-Man, at least from what we've heard, is going to cross over with Doctor Strange. Everything in WandaVision that we saw is going to cross over with Doctor Strange. And now everything that we see in Loki is going to cross over with Doctor Strange. We are heading in a crash collision course right to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which comes out in March of next year, into a cataclysmic event. And I am so excited to see what happens because I already have theories. I'm not going to talk about them. I'm going to talk about them in my Loki live stream, which is tonight when you guys are watching this with Sasha. So go, if you are here, come back tonight. Me and Sasha are going to be sitting down live talking more in depth about episode 1 of Loki, and we are going to give our theories. I'm going to give this theory I have in my head right now. I'm going to give that theory tonight. So make sure you go over and check us out tonight live on the Loki live streams. But I really want to know your guys' thoughts here. What did you think about this episode? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know why. Let me know your favorite part. My favorite part personally is that dynamic between Owen Wilson and Tom Hiddleston. I think, again, that buddy cop type feel that they have on top of, investigating what's going on, I really, really liked. That was absolutely fantastic. Getting to see Loki and actually getting to see him elicit emotion is fantastic. Getting to see some of these very iconic MCU moments through the eyes of this anti-hero that is now a very likable and loved hero by many people in the MCU. To see that happen is emotional, but it's also kind of heartfelt. I really, really enjoyed that. I loved everything about it, but I want to hear from you guys. Let me know down below, what did you think? I mean, there's a lot to cover here. I also got to see episode 2. We're not talking episode 2 spoilers here. We will talk about those next week. But get down in the comments. I want to hear what you guys say. And if you are new and you have not seen any of my content before, if this is your first time checking out the content, first off, thank you for coming. I really do appreciate it. But also, subscribe if you haven't already. We got Loki content every week. We're doing live streams every Wednesday night. Me and Sasha talking about Loki, giving our reaction, review, theorizing what's going to happen with the MCU every Wednesday night. And I will have some reviews, not all reviews, because I do work as well, so I'm not going to have a review every week of Loki. And I will say, I'm going to give this to you guys right here. I'm going to be cutting the Loki live stream into highlights. So when me and Sasha give our spoiler reviews, those are going to get cut and put on this channel. So you will be getting spoiler reviews of Loki each week, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. But guys, I want to thank you so much for coming and checking this out. It really does mean the absolute world. I'm grinding for you guys. I'm trying to get these videos out for you guys. I'm very happy that I was able to get this one out. Thank you to Disney for letting me see this early. I know I didn't get it by embargo, but they did still send it to me a little bit early, and it really does mean the absolute world that I'm getting those opportunities. It's just fantastic. But I want to thank you all so much for watching. Again, if you have not subscribed already, please go down and hit that big red button. We are almost to 700 subscribers. Can we hit it? Can we hit it? Can we hit it? Please, if you have not already, consider it. But guys, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next video.